Hey, my guest today,
Give me some.
the fucking, I love this dude so fucking much.
I love you too. That's why I
know
came.
I probably say that about every guest, but,
No,
I know, but you felt the way I said it.
We had the AZ.
I love this fucking dude so much.
AZ connection.
We met recently, within the recent few months.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I've known your brother since I moved out here.
Mm-hmm.
Your brother Bobby Lee.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I get to sit down. Now it's my turn to talk to Steebee, Weebee, everybody. What the fuck is up, man?
I'm chilling, man.
You're chilling?
I want to thank you guys again for allowing me to do guest spots at the Ha Ha Club. I learned a great deal just within those 2 days. Yeah, I learned so much in those 2 days opposed to a year of doing open mics 7 years ago.
Dude, it's cool. And that's a good luxury.
That was a real thing.
And you know what? Hey, the fact that you understand that and appreciate it, most people would just be like, "Yeah, I'm the fucking deal." But like, you're like, "Oh, I learned something. I'm aware of it."
No. My attitude. That's why when you guys, I don't know about you, but one of you guys said, like, when people say, like, when legitimate comedians say, "Dude, I killed." You know how they say that? I don't understand that yet because my whole attitude is, I just want to survive.
I don't think I've ever said that.
Not you, but you know what I'm saying? Other, you know,
comics do
say that.
They love to say it.
But I'm
more like, eh.
Yeah, but
it's not even like degrading myself. I don't degrade myself at all.
Right,
but it's just like, I don't know, to go up there and say I killed. Mainly it's because it's like,
why do they say that anyway? Where do they?
I don't know.
Because if you kill
some people need it, but like think about it. Okay, so like, you and we come from like backgrounds of doing sports.
Oh yeah.
You know, we come from these backgrounds, and like that was never really like a thing. Like, you know, you killed or you never.
No.
There was like, think about it. When you wrestled, you ever say I fucking killed that match? You were
no,
just like,
no.
Because you have more matches that you have
Not
to do.
only that, that's a good analogy because even in wrestling, you're it's like a survival thing too.
Exactly.
You know, you don't kill them. I mean, it might be a close match. You might win in overtime, last takedown. You know what I mean?
So like that's why I think it's weird to say like I killed in comedy.
Or skateboarding too.
Skateboarding. That's
they
what
don't say I killed that spot.
Yeah, I fucking killed that spot.
I killed that ledge.
Because you have more spots you got to do. You have more tricks. Like whenever I hear that like I killed, it's more like, it's kind of like, oh, that's for your ego.
That's what it is.
You know
Thanks
what I mean?
for calling it for what it is.
Yeah, it is. It's for one's ego, which is like, it's like, you have more shows.
Not only that, it's like, that there's fear in that statement too. They know deep down inside there's a self-centered fear. That's why they say, 100%. I killed it.
Yeah, like you had to say you killed because you didn't know if you were going to do well or not.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
So what's your attitude? Are you saying I just want to have a decent set?
I want to go there and I want to deliver my best. That's all I think.
3 times.
Every time I fucking think about going on stage, I just want to fucking deliver my best.
Can I say something I noticed about you because I was studying you up there?
You were?
Yeah, I wanted to learn from you guys. I wanted to learn.
All right, let's hear it. I'm always interested because most people can't pinpoint.
From my perspective, watching you from the back of the room, I'm like, I was watching you and then, because I'm still not used to the quiet moments, but when I saw you up there, I'm thinking, oh, he's like in his frame and composed the whole time.
Yeah.
That out there is not like affecting what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, because you kind of sat through those quiet moments to wait for the next laugh.
Yeah.
Opposed to, like since I'm fresh in again, I'm like, if I said something and I was expecting, like, okay, now you're supposed to laugh.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen, like I'd freak out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's just something that just comes over time of like understanding, like, one of my favorite comedians, probably my like top favorite comedian, is Patrice O'Neal.
Oh, I love that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, that dude was the man. Yeah.
And one thing I always notice about Patrice O'Neal is that like he's so good at like taking people on this ride and building up this thing because he already knows the punchline. Yeah. If you think about it as a comedian, you already know the punchline, right?
Well, I'm still trying to figure that stuff out.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, you're still trying to figure it out.
I'm still writing. I don't even know what I'm doing.
100%.
Really.
I completely agree. Mm-hmm. But for me, it's like, I know the punchline. So I can build it up whatever way I want. Oh. I know what the punchline. I know how it's going to end.
But that comes from experience.
Yeah, it comes from experience, and also at the same time, like, there was something I heard. I might have heard it from Chris Rock, where he was like, "You got to be okay to bomb. You gotta feel okay with it, because once you understand it, and you got to understand that bomb. And when you understand that bomb,
I understand it.
Yeah. When you understand it, then it makes you dig to find the way
to do it right, to make it better.
To make it better.
Oh,
that's what. Go ahead.
Well,
go
on
ahead,
a side note, because I just redeemed myself at the Tempe Improv. Because do you remember the story where I bombed?
Yeah.
That kept me from doing comedy for 7 years.
Yep. And you fucking went out there and did it.
I'm not gonna say I killed. I'm not gonna say I killed. Okay, what can I say? This
say
I did redeem myself, and I felt proud that at least I got through it. Got a few chuckles.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah,
hey.
Yeah, and and not only that, I noticed that even like between our first and second show, there was some cats wearing Scissor Bro shirts and like therefore from the podcast.
Yeah.
To a couple people.
Shout out to Scissor Bros.
Yeah, shout out to Scissor Bros. Jeremiah.
Love you, Jeremiah.
But I noticed that cats from King and the Sting, like fans from that, came to watch.
Yeah,
they came out.
Yeah,
I was tripping out,
dude. It's so amazing to hear you say that, because like I don't necessarily have anyone to talk with about that, because.
What do you mean? Oh, because you come from that.
No, well, like I didn't start doing the podcast, like being on with Brendan. Like first it was King and the Sting, and then now it's the Fighter and the Kid.
I mean, look where you're at now. You got your own damn room.
I know. I'm stoked.
It's amazing. Yeah.
But I want to say, when I first got on King and the Sting, it was right when the pandemic and everything had shut down.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I did a show. I went to go to Phoenix or somewhere. Yeah, wherever. Yeah, Phoenix with Brendan. And that was like the first time I had done a show in a minute. I hadn't been out since I had been on King of the Sting.
Right.
And when I walked out on stage, it was just like this eruption of like people and which I did not expect.
Yeah, me
you know what
neither.
I mean? And you're just like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
And then people were like, and then I'm like walking down the street and people were like saying things to me, and I'm like, oh, did I go to school with that person? Like that's how I think, because I don't know. I just never walk around assuming people fucking know who I am.
Well, it's a different world now.
So it's cool to hear we
tripping.
have another thing we can bond over.
I was tripping out.
Yeah, isn't it trippy?
In my mind, I'm like, what are they doing? Why are they here?
Isn't it fucking crazy?
You know what makes me? Yeah, it is crazy, because it makes me think. You know how I was raised with TV shows, and it's kind of like the way we used to watch TV and content.
Yeah.
Their version of that is just YouTube and podcasting now. So they look at people who do that in a different way. Or something.
And we're not off a script.
No.
Like we're just people that know each other, that kind of just we like each other, and we just dick around here in like the studio.
Yeah.
For an hour. So like it's just different, and like whereas like I think that's what gets people more excited to like meet us is based off that, because when you think about it, like if you watch like a TV show like where there's like a character, you like that character.
Oh yeah.
You don't necessarily like the person that's portraying the character.
I never even broke it down like that.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I know. Yeah, I haven't gone that deep into the why.
Yeah, you're just you like that character.
Yeah, but you're onto something there. Yeah, you're definitely onto something. Yeah.
So I think that's what makes the podcasting.
Oh, absolutely.
Not saying that people aren't fans of those people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're still fans of those people. It's just they're fans because they have this specific character that they do. Whereas like us, we're just kind of just whatever. We're just just like
kicking it with the homie, just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
But another thing that happened was, I think it was the first show or first or second show that first night.
Yeah.
Man, I drank 4 Red Bulls, man.
What do you do that for?
I don't know. I was just trying to get amped. I was just, because they have those Red Bull little fridges.
Right.
Yeah, there's one in the green room in the front. But there's one, there's a room next to the stage.
Yeah.
And so I just kept grabbing them. And before I went up there, so the way it worked was he had a local comedian do 20 minutes.
Yes.
Then he was going to drop, introduced me to do my 5 minutes, and then Jeremiah was going to come on. So at the last minute before he was to step off, dude, I almost had a panic attack. I was literally like, I was like shaking, and thank God Jeremiah was in the room with me, and he gave me a pep talk that
he's so warming.
Yeah, but he's like, Steve, because he saw me shaking, like visibly shaking. I was like, dude, and he was like, Steve, what I want you to do, calm down.
Yeah.
You could feel that way.
Yeah.
But when you walk on stage, I want you to just take a breath before you grab them. He really kind of like talked me through it. And he said he was afraid that the way I was feeling.
He's going to be an amazing dad.
Oh, yeah. but the way I was feeling, he thought I was going to be like, because that's the way I felt.
Yeah.
But, dude, if he didn't tell me to do that, ooh, the outcome could have been different.
Yeah, no,
it's a lot different.
And what a blessing to have, have him around for that, to be able to, let you know and, because he's been through it, he's been through the
10 plus years, 12 years, I think, in the game.
So he gets it.
Yeah.
But hey, here you are. And here's the thing.
I haven't gone since then. I haven't gone up. You know what the thing is? It was like a drug. I don't do drugs.
Yeah.
But the way I felt in that, on the side of the stage, I felt like I was on cocaine I felt like I was on a natural drug, and I'm missing that. I want to feel that again.
Yeah.
It's got that adrenaline.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I don't drink. I mean, I'll smoke at the very end of the night.
But you know what I'm talking about.
But I know that feeling. Because the first time I ever went on stage ever, I tried to get drunk, and my adrenaline and my nerves were so high that I couldn't even get drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wouldn't even let me.
Yeah, but I love that feeling.
Yeah.
And it's not only that, it's that feeling, but the relief you feel.
Yeah.
After, it's like you could.
So here's my question.
Yeah.
Because I want to get into it. This is one of the big reasons why. So, I'll say this first, and then I'll ask you.
Oh man, I'm ready.
So
to
you're like a golden gem to me.
What are you talking about?
And I say that because
don't get crazy now.
No, I'm not crazy. Not
crazy. Get crazy.
You're like this hidden gem.
Oh, I appreciate that, dude. Don't get me emotional right now.
No, don't get emo.
Shoot the shit with you,
man. Yeah, we're shooting the shit.
Holy smoke.
But and I don't know who it was. I think it was some fans or whatever. They were like, "Yo," they're like, "Steebee Weebee, he gets down, bro."
What do you mean by that?
You get down.
Get down. In what ways?
You rap.
Oh yeah. I could do.
And I didn't know that, and I don't know if you probably talked about it on the other pods already.
I'm glad you're setting me up. You're setting me up.
I'm taking it because my friends call me Deep Dive Lacey.
Yeah.
Because I go into it. When I find out something and I like it.
I appreciate that, but I don't really. I have that background.
Yeah.
That part of me is it's like. How Jim Carrey likes to paint on his own, but he don't really talk. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where because I used to go back to Arizona when I moved there in the 90s. I was at the dorms, but I was talking about headquarters. Yeah. I would go to local shows and see my favorite acts.
Yeah.
And then I noticed there was a local rap scene with local groups, and I'm like, who are these guys? And then, but it started before that. It was even in high school, me and my friends would go home after school and watch Yo MTV Raps. We'd watch 120 minutes in the Cutting Edge.
Fat Five
Freddy. And Dre, and not a different Dr. Dre.
Yeah, different Dr. Dre,
the bigger,
and Ed Lover.
Yeah, and Ed Lover.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, and then I remember seeing discovering Del the Funky Homo Sapien for the first time, and watching the Beastie Boys or the Far Side and groups like that, or even the East Coast, the Grave Diggers and Wu-Tang and that, and the Beatnuts and Boogie Monster. I could go on, but and then my friends all had. I remember just going to their houses and watching their CD collections and vinyl or whatever, and I'm like, but I like R&B too.
Yeah.
I like Boyz II Men. High Five, Troop, Mint Condition.
New Edition.
Yeah, New Edition.
Guy.
All that. Oh, Guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Teddy Riley.
Teddy Riley.
One of the best.
One of the fucking
best in the game.
So, okay, and I love that you explained it that way.
Yeah.
To me, because I'm always curious, how someone finds that. How did you find that? Because you have quite a few, you have some EPs and LPs on Spotify.
Yeah, I was in a band with David Cho and Money Mark called Mangchi too.
Oh, come on! I did my research.
So it's we did kind of punk fusion stuff too.
Yeah, and that's what was dope. I was listening to some of you guys' songs.
Yeah, it was experimental.
Yeah. But it's so authentic.
I appreciate
it's
it.
So fucking unique, and it's such a pleasure to like listen to. Like I actually listen to it like as if I'm just driving in my car and like I'm gonna listen to fucking Hung Chi, or I'm gonna listen to fucking how do you pronounce it?
Kwanggu. Yeah, Kwanggu. That's my Korean name.
Kwanggu. I'll listen to that stuff on the regular because it is very, and I just like appreciate. I just like knowing you and meeting you.
Yeah,
and
but
like talking
I never
to you.
talked to you about that.
No.
I don't even talk about it at King and the Sting.
I know, and that's totally fine. You know, like
I don't know why though. I kind of keep under the wraps. I don't know what. I'll have to analyze it.
You have to analyze it.
I think it's going back to the first thing that I discussed. It's like more of a. It's a puzzle.
I know why. Think about it with this. You didn't know I skateboarded.
See, that's a good example.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to add to that. It's almost me finding that out on my own was more cooler to me, like, oh, he skates?
Yeah.
Like I'll tell you what happened that night. When I was on Instagram and I was scrolling down my, my feed, and I'm like, that looks like Shapel. Oh, that looks like he's at the barracks. And I was, because anytime if I see someone at the barracks, it catches my interest. But especially you, I'm like, the first thing that came to mind is like, what's he doing there? Mm-hmm. Is it safe for him?
Yeah.
And then, like, what's he doing there? He might get hurt. But then you rolled for a couple meters. Then you did a clean ass kickflip, or you flipped it. Uh-huh. You flip your board, and I go, oh shit. And I knew right away. I'm like, this motherfucker skates. This motherfucker skates. He never even brought that up because you were on my podcast.
Did we not talk about it?
I don't know. No, you didn't really. You kept it under wraps. You didn't like. And the thing is, I have boards everywhere in my place. Yeah. And it could have been an easy entry point.
Yeah, I guess when I think about it, there's not too many. I don't know. There's a lot of things that I can do that are kind of hidden that most people just don't know about. And I don't know if if you go to my Instagram, I do have like
Let's see a couple tricks, man.
On my Instagram, I do have.
You kept it on the down low. See how you're flipping it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was tripping. Okay, and I'm like, that's when I knew. Yeah. I'm like, okay. And then he didn't learn that night.
Nah,
that was years of.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you landed your first kickflip?
Shit, I had to be like 11 or 12. I learned skateboarding I caught on pretty fast.
Well, I remember
because I would just always do it.
See that? Oh, see.
Yeah.
You're just.
Yeah, but I think scroll down. There should be some more.
Yeah.
Casey, keep going. There's I hit this long ass manual. Where is it at?
Nose manual?
Scrolling. Nah.
Okay, regular menu?
Regular manual. Right there.
Right there.
That was one of my favorites.
Okay, you're pinching it, you're pinching it, you're pinching it. You're holding it, you're holding it, you're holding it. That's a long, because I know how long that is. I've been there myself, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. That was a lot, dude. I gotta give you some again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know, because I think a lot of the things that I do, obviously, comedy and podcasting is the things that I'm most known for. But there's these things I like to do outside of that, and there's there's a lot of things that I do that I kind of just don't really necessarily talk about.
No, yeah.
And it's not that I'm not and it's not that I'm embarrassed of those things.
No, the thing is, it's kind of it's one of those things because in that world, especially with the rapping thing, there's so much hey, bust something, And it's
my God, yeah.
It's like a comedian dude, do a joke.
Yeah.
Do a joke right now.
Yeah.
And you're just chilling.
And which I would never
fucking do that to you. But I mean, if you want me, I could do my cowboy rap as far as...
I love cowboy rap.
Yeah, the first time I bombed, do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the whole bit was... I haven't done this in a long time.
I'm ready for it.
But the whole bit was, wouldn't it be funny? I set it up if two white cowboys went to a record, they're about to get signed, and it wouldn't be cool to sign two white guys, onto a rap label, and then how would a song sound like, So it was a long drawn out bit, but the first one I'll do the rap. I think I'll put your face in the manure, my face in the computer. I'll put your. I'll put your face in the manure. My brain is the computer. If you fuck with my style, I'll get my cousin Cooter. He's a straight up shooter, and I'll kick you in your face. When I set my pace, I'll leave you gone without a trace or a goddamn disgrace. Plus, I'll hit you in your dome, punch you in your nose, and make you look like a gnome. Feel my cowboy poem. That's how I roam. When I die on my grave, Lil Ray set in stone. $40 beater, $40 beater, 40. You know, like. But I had another one.
Come on.
Yeah, I had another one too. I had the second verse for the other guy.
Yeah.
But that's the one that bombed. But you know what? But I realized that whole bit, that whole bit was it was meant for music.
Yeah.
Let me do the second verse.
Hey.
Okay. Oh.
It's Chappelle's world. Yeah, do it.
I'm staying up all night. Right. Wait. I'm staying up all night, rhyme rhymes to make me doper. Insomniatic Cooper with the will to build my skills. Lyrics spill like aliens, not kill again, but I'm stranded on my island. What's my mission? Poetic fishing for the catch. The fishing rod is my tech, reeling words and for respect. What the heck? I got a net for extra granules, chill on decks. Need a boat like sign folks, using money for the bait, use it. Oh, fucking, I forgot it.
Now you're good.
Yeah.
You don't
It was something
listen,
like that, yeah.
As I've been listening to your stuff, because I've been listening to it for like...
It's a bit wordy, though. And then people have told me that. They're like, dude, slow it down. You know, like...
But like... Yeah, for comedy.
Yeah.
Because with comedy, like...
Because imagine doing that at the improv,
yeah.
and you're just like, what the hell is he doing
With
up
comedy,
there?
less is more. Because you kind of like... Because otherwise, if you're too wordy, you kind of drown people out of like being interested in what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But, like, you have a very unique style with your raps. And I love that, like, I don't know if they call it, like, filtered, where your voice is kind of filtered. It's not, like, very...
I get that from, it's an effect. You know, it's similar to, like, like, punk bands using, like, guitar filters. Like, I got it from the Beastie Boys. Because it's like...
Casey? What did you say earlier?
Shit sounds like early Beastie Boys.
Dude,
it's funny, Casey said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I grew up heavily influenced by them in the Far Side, because that's crazy, because Casey knows this, that like kind of, he got some brownie points right there.
Yeah.
Because not in 8th grade, in high school, I ditched wrestling practice to go to it was the Beastie Boys, Rollins Band.
Oh.
In Cypress Hill, dude.
Dude, what
and
a
so
fucking
I
show.
almost got kicked. I got kicked off the team.
Because you went?
I went, and dude, I smoked a joint there at the concert too.
Damn.
But you know what I realized?
And that's what got you second.
Yeah,
in the
well,
state.
I was heavily influenced by the higher pitched, ad rock and like Romai from the Far Side.
You know what it reminds me of?
But he was dead on with that.
Yeah, not only the Beastie Boys, but it also gives me like. Your stuff also gives me MF Doom vibes.
Yeah, okay, then that you're dead on there, because when I was in high school, that was my favorite groups. Pre-MF Doom was KMD.
KMD.
And I remember watching the music video Peach Fuzz. Peach Fuzz.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, oh, this is like the beats. It was him, but the beats, like, I'm really big on production.
Do you do your own production?
Yeah.
I fucking knew it.
I do all of it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, I do. And it took me years to learn that. You know what's weird? You said that is I even use the same machine MF Doom uses and Madlib. Like it's the Roland Boss SP303 sampler.
What is it? Will you search that?
Yeah, it's the Boss. If you just type in if you type Boss SP303.
And the screen looks better, Casey.
Yeah. It's the 3. That's not it. That's the 404. If you go to images, just go to images, Casey. It's the second one right there. It's that one.
So everything is on that.
I do everything on just that.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what, rest in peace, MF Doom.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Zevlovex. But yeah, how I learned Madlib used that when I was working at Amoeba. Dude, like I saw all my heroes. Like I saw Beck. I saw Henry.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw Henry Rollins. I seen like Slug, and then I seen Madlib, and I asked him. I go, hey, you
got to meet him?
Well, I was a cashier.
Yeah.
So I think passing, I asked him in passing. I go, hey man. Back then, I was like really like just trying to absorb everything music.
Yeah.
Hey man, you need here's extra bag. You want some stickers? You know, I was fanning out on everyone. Oh my god, I love your album. Yeah. But yeah, I asked him, and that's when I knew he used that. I'm like, he uses that.
And also, I could tell you that's another thing you can always tell by some like a musician. You can always tell by their work, like how much music they listen to. And you seem to listen to like a lot.
Oh, dude, I grew up on the Smiths, like Louder Than Bombs.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you know what I mean? I grew up on that tape.
It seems like your inspiration comes from comes from everything.
Everything. Like, I love Pinback, Modest Mouse.
Yeah.
I like the Pixies.
We talking about Modest Mouse.
Yeah, the Pixies.
Yeah.
Like, I like it all. Fugazi. I like it all. Yeah. Even Dead Kennedy. All that. Yeah, I like it. You know, with the punk thing, I kind of like grabbed onto it later because I didn't really fully understand it like in my early 20s or whatever. But then once I kind of got it, you know, Bad Brains had a lot to do with them. Once I started researching them, I'm like, oh, this is dope. Like, I had to see it live.
Yeah.
I had to see the live clips to be like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
It's kind of like the thing, you know, when you're in a record store when you're younger and you see the Iron Maiden cover and you're like, it frightens
you're drawn
you.
To it. Yeah.
You see Eddie like with, you know, you're like, is that an Evil Dead Exorcist thing? You don't realize, no, this is art. It's music too. It's one of those things where, you know, I was too scared to listen to it because I was scared by the cover art. I'm like, no. Or Ozzy Osbourne.
See, I was different. I had my boy Toby Morse from H2O on here. I was telling him, I said, whenever, like, that's when, especially when I got like into punk, I would, you know, purchase albums based off of the artwork. Like, I would go to the punk section at this store I used to go to in Mesa, Arizona. It's no longer there. It was called, and I don't know how long it was there.
Is it Zia's?
No, it was called, no, not Zia.
Okay.
It was called Rockaway Records, and I'll go to this record store, and they had a punk section, and I literally would buy, you know, based off of the way these covers looked, and then I would, and every fucking CD I had bought, I would like the band.
Yeah.
I would love the band.
Like
I was
Black
like, damn,
Flag
a band.
as well?
Well, Black Flag I found out through a friend of mine. He showed me a clip of Black Flag performing Rise Above in 1980. It was just like on a computer. He had to dial up. He had to like fucking download it, all this shit. But I saw, Casey, type in Black Flag on YouTube.
Was it Six Pack? Because
no.
I remember them doing
Black
that in
Flag,
Amoeba.
Rise Above.
Rise Above. You got to rise above.
So scroll down. No. Go back because the video's on here. So click that video. That one.
That might be awesome. Yeah,
it's that one.
It's got to be that one.
So this specific video right here is what did it for me with punk because I thought it was the most gritty and just raw thing.
Mean, look how raw.
And I was like, wait, the crowd's like right there next to the band.
Yeah. Look how raw.
And I thought that was cool as fuck. And you just see skinny Henry Rollins just going crazy, and then you see that logo behind them, and I'm like, oh, these like. Well, I'm like, what is this?
That's a beautiful man right there.
So when I saw that, I freaked out and then heard his voice and then just saw how crazy he got on stage.
He's a stud.
I was fucking sold on
He's a goddamn stud.
Right there. You know?
He's great.
So you and David Cho, you guys were...
Yeah. I mean
that shit is dope, man.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it was an experiment. Like, that was like where I got familiar with what podcasting was. Like, I was like...
Wait, yeah, how'd you guys meet?
Dude, it was by accident. So I was with my brother, and we're going to Koreatown to get Korean barbecue, and he was getting text messages, and he was like, "Oh man, I forgot about this. Steve, will you come to me?"
Actually, you told this.
And then
you told this on Dumbfounded's podcast.
Yeah, and then I met him, and
shout out to Dumbfounded.
Yeah, shout out to
get you on here.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, you should definitely get him. And then I was like. I met him, and then like I started doing the podcast, and then on one of the podcasts, he was like, "Hey, we should record music. You guys want to record an album?" I thought he was bullshitting, but then he really meant that. And then, you know, going back to the Beastie Boys, because people don't realize Money Mark was literally like the fourth member of the Beastie Boys. He was gonna be there. Money Mark was gonna be there with his stuff. He rented these log cabins.
Yeah,
it reminded me like summer camp. It was like this huge ranch. With like a pool table in the main room, different bunks and different cottages. It was crazy. It was like a YMCA camp. And then we ended up, it's one of those things like when what's the definition of success? When preparation meets opportunity. Yeah. Like that was like, I had to like produce. Because they would be jamming and then they would be like.
And he drums, right?
He does everything. He can play anything, dude. He can play that. He can play that. He'll make that into an instrument. He's a genius. Yeah. But anyway, so he was like, "Steve, you got something for this?" And I'm like, oh. And then I would just run to my room and just write what I could.
Yeah.
And then thank God, because he kind of, he offered me to put out a solo album as well. You know what? I should bring you I should have brought you a copy. But a solo rap album I could do simultaneously while recording the Manchi album.
Yeah.
I was working every night after my shift at Fat Sal's. I get off my shift.
Right up
on Highland.
On Highland?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so I was
Shout
bagging
out.
meat there. Shout out to Fat Sal's and Zane who hired me. Oh, Zane does comedy. Zane, I forgot his last name. Zane. But yeah, I would write and then
Zane with the mustache.
Yeah. Zane. I finished. I did that on I had a digital 8-track back then, but I finished it on that. I finished my solo album.
Yeah.
Before we even did the Manchi album. So what happened? We didn't have any ideas that day, and then we were just in the living room, and then Mark and Dave were like, "Hey, bring your laptop. Let's listen to some of your solo stuff." And so there's a song called Gook Boy that I did.
Come on now.
Yeah, and then
I know this.
And then the original I couldn't put on my album, my solo album, because they wanted to redo that, and that's what sparked kind of like some of the songs.
Yeah.
Like the music making that week, you know, and so yeah.
Can I tell you two of my favorite?
Yeah, go ahead.
Especially the music videos.
Yeah.
Bullies.
Oh yeah.
Stepdad.
I'm not the biggest fan of Stepdad, but the video's cool. But
Stepdad.
Yeah, please don't play it.
No. He's not gonna play. He's not gonna play it.
Yeah. But the video's cool.
The video's cool. Where'd you guys film that?
Oh, so that's a good question. So after we had completed the album, dude, he flew me out to the Philippines.
Fucking amazing.
So I was out there for like over a month.
Yeah, because it seemed like y'all did quite a few music videos. There.
And you know how we met the little homies?
Yeah, the little homies.
The little homies is there was a strip club kind of on the block.
Okay.
Where it was all the little homies with the boxing ring.
He won't play it, but can he pull up the clip to Bullies?
What do you mean?
Like just to show.
Oh, just show Ronnie.
Yeah.
So shout out to Ronnie.
You could just keep the volume down.
Is it on the Manchi?
Manchi, Bullies.
Yeah. Just turn the music down. Just turn the volume off. MANGCHI. There you go.
And then type in and then like Bullies.
Bullies. There you go.
And then
there you go.
Yeah. You could just put the volume down.
Put the volume down and just.
But fucking when you're getting chased.
A lot of those ideas. I'll tell you, I had a lot of ideas on this. Like, you know how these fools jump me in the.
Okay, yeah. So that's another thing. So like you have a pretty like.
Yeah, well, I said like we were near this pool area. They had like a public restroom up there, and then I'm like, yo, wouldn't it be cool if like these cats like I go in there to take a piss, and they jump me.
Yeah, look at the little homies.
The homies, and that was
This is dope. So that's why I say you're like a hidden gem.
Yeah, that was a fun day. Yeah,
because like you're so creative, above and beyond than most people probably actually.
I gotta give a shout out to the director too. Let me see.
Look at
that. Yeah. So let me see. I'll see a lot of these. Yeah, like a lot of this stuff we didn't even have permission to do. And but we did stuff like just kind of like without like any permission. We just kind of like one of the neighborhoods we went to, like it was one of the poorest neighborhoods, and like we had to greet. We had to meet all the neighborhood people, like to make sure it was cool for us to film there. And everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of like if you're going into like the Crips or Blood territory.
Exactly. It was. You
gotta check in.
It was out of it was respect.
Yeah, out of respect.
Yeah. God, I can't find.
Look at him getting chased right there. But you stop playing it. But your solo stuff. Those music videos, is that all you?
Yeah,
like as far as like the creative
no,
side.
No. My neighbor Craig helped me with the like when my dad passed. I wrote a song called "Goodbye Balloon."
Goodbye Balloon.
Yeah,
yep.
and then
Beautiful track.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Beautiful track.
It was just that was me and like my neighbor Craig did that, and you know what's crazy? There is we filmed.
Love that video by the way.
I appreciate it, but we went to the Dodger Stadium. There was like essays there. There was like gang activity that day. Like I remember there was an area where we wanted to film in that area, but these homies, these cholo dudes were like chilling with like their 40s, and then I remember we were patiently waiting, and I remember two of them said, "Let the homie film," essay. You know, like they gave us.
They gave you the pass.
They gave us the pass. Just let the homie film, essay. Let them do their thing. And I was just like, oh, you know, thank you, you know.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they probably knew it was like a little Korean guy and a white guy, and we had all this camera equipment, and they're probably thinking, you know, just let them do their thing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was a fun day. Yeah.
Dude, yeah. No, I love your videos. I love how like unique everything is. I love how different it is. Like, you know, I don't know. Like you just have such a dope style. And when I found out about it and I started taking this deep dive.
I didn't think you did that, by the way.
Did what?
Like research the music, like, because I don't normally talk about it. Like I'll put it on the end of my YouTube videos, like a link to.
I wrote a whole list
like
of my
I'll put a link to like my Bandcamp, you know. But I don't.
We'll put it in. Could we add that in the description? Like his
Steebee Weebee Bandcamp.com. Yeah, I mean, some of my albums are not even on Spotify because you only have to go to my Bandcamp to get the stuff, you know.
Rodeo Man.
Yeah, Rodeo Man. I did that.
Ray.
I did that. I did that. And my neighbors. My neighbor had moved out, and so it was like I looked in their backyard one morning, before going to Starbucks. So I looked in and I'm like, oh, they moved out. And I thought, oh, I should have filmed back there.
Yeah. And
so I remember I filmed some of it back there, you know, because they had like grass and it kind of looked like a barn or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I remember the other neighbors, they're like paranoid. They're like the paranoid neighbors. So like I remember like 10 minutes in, they go, "Excuse me, are you looking for anyone?" You know,
so they got you.
Yeah, so I had to like talk to them.
Yeah.
They didn't even know I was a neighbor. They were like, "Who are you?"
You're like, bro, I live right here.
I was like, dude, I've been here over 10 years. But you know those type of neighbors. They're like, they're paranoid. Chill. Everything's a problem. They think you're going to do something.
Yeah.
They see an ethnic person. They're like, do you know anyone here? And I was just like, no, I'm Steve.
We got a lot of those in Arizona.
Oh, yeah, we do.
We got a lot.
You know what's crazy is in Arizona, like going back to, I'm sorry for jumping around, but like, because we have so much history there. I met a lot of good people there, but then I also like, as far as like, not only music, but the skateboarding thing was such a big deal, like in my trajectory back then, because I felt like alienated, like, you know, like being on campus and stuff, like, because it's like, I realized like being in college, which like for those of you who are kind of on the fence, like, you don't have to necessarily go. You could go to junior college first, then transfer to university or state. I didn't know what I was doing, so I was lost out there. But once I moved to the other side of campus, like I met other like-minded people who they were into art, they skateboarded, they were in the similar types of music.
I always think whenever you move or anything like that, and I heard this like recently as well, but I've always kind of thought like, especially when I moved to LA, like I set like a set of ground rules for myself, because it's like, okay, it's a big city, you know, bigger than where I come from in Mesa, Arizona. You know, like people are out here trying to be actors or singers or, you know, comedians, you know, they're directors, whatever. Everybody's trying to do something of the world, of like the Hollywood world.
I had a hard time with that as well. When I first moved from Arizona, from here, I had a hard time dealing with that.
And I think I moved at a perfect point because, you know, like where I was at mentally. And the ground rules I had like set for myself was, 1, be good to myself. 2, be good to others. 3, be good, you know, do everything you can to be good at the thing that you want to do. And also just fucking be a human. You know what I mean? Because like, you know, when people come out here, I'm a comedian. It's like, yeah, you're a comedian, but you're also a human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's what's like helped me through, like most people don't realize I've been here almost 4 years, but people think I've been here for years.
You're doing good, my man. You're doing real good.
I'm not trying to say that,
no,
but like
you're doing good, man.
And I appreciate you being aware of that. But like, I guess yes, based off of the movements I have made out here.
Yeah.
People think I've been here longer because of that, but it's like no, and also like people think I just started, like I came out here and just like started kicking ass, but I was working hard.
Oh, I know
before
you
I
were.
moved.
No one's saying you didn't work hard.
Yeah.
We all knew
you
worked hard.
Yeah,
you know
I appreciate that. But like, whenever like I especially like when you move somewhere, like I think you just gotta like be a person, be a human before anything else, and like. I think when you have that foundation,
it's easier. Well, you're more authentic. You know what I mean? I remember the first time, like my first week here, I was at a Thai restaurant with my brother and like the people in his circle, and this is the first time I noticed like things were kind of backwards to what I was accustomed to.
Yeah,
because we're eating and everything, and then there's several people around the table. And they didn't like talk like how like just normal what I was used to, from Arizona, from ASU, whatever. They're like, so what brings you here, Stephen?
Yeah,
what do you do, Stephen?
Yeah, what do you do?
What do you do here?
Yeah.
I mean, do you have, they're talking about headshot, like, and I got kind of defensive. I'm like, I didn't. I kind of composed myself.
Yeah.
I had inner kind of.
You're more just like, why are they
asking me?
have a conversation without that?
But now I realize what that was.
Yeah,
100%. And that's another thing, networking. I never knew what that word meant.
Yeah.
I was just trying to survive, sneaking into the cafeteria on campus, trying to steal a banana to survive that day.
Well, just think about like, okay, the thing with you and David Cho getting connected.
Yeah.
Like he could have just like met you, been like whatever, but he wanted to work with you. He wanted to do music with you. But that wasn't off of like some networking shit. That wasn't off you going, oh, I need to be here at this place. I need to hang,
dude, I told you it was an accident.
Hang out. Yeah, it was an accident.
It was an accident.
And like I need to hang around this specific group because that's where
I don't do that.
Exactly.
I'm at home chilling.
Exactly.
But I did the contrary. When I met him, I looked at him in the eyes, I shook his hand, and I am like, hey, it's good meeting you.
Yeah.
I just, love your art, man. Good meeting you. And that's about what I said.
Yeah.
I picked up a chair, and I put it in the corner of the room while they could podcast here.
Yeah.
I took myself out of the equation.
Yeah, you're like,
I took myself out.
You're like, let me back up.
Yeah. I respect. It's good meeting you. Peace.
But like a lot of times people... of that high status, when they see something like that, it gives them interest of like, oh, what's up with like I remember when I met when I met Joe Rogan, I was doing a spot at the Comedy Store on one of the shows lineups that he was on, and I was doing it's called the development spot where right. It's eventually you get pass as a regular, but you go do these development spots and they just build you.
No, I get it, like Noir.
They build you to eventually get past. And I remember, sitting there, and I was just quiet because there was a lot of big dogs back there. I mean, I want to say like Burt Kreischer was back there. Joe Rogan was back there.
Why were they there though?
It was the main room show. It was a show in the main room at the store.
Oh, I thought they were judges or something.
No. They were waiting to go up and do their spots or whatever. But anyway, so like. And I just sat there quietly, just sitting, in the corner, because it's like I mean, I was like, these guys don't know me, and I'm not gonna try to fucking,
Were you nervous? Hey, that must have been a lot of pressure.
No, I make pressure feel tight. Right. But no, it wasn't. No, I wasn't nervous because I kind of, like I said, those ground rules I had, just be good to myself, be good to others, just go and do your thing and, be as best as you can on stage.
Yeah.
That's literally all I thought. But, he looked at me and said, hey, what's up, man? What's your name? And I was like, oh, just told him, and then we just started talking from there. And I remember we had like a really long conversation backstage, like right before I had went on. And then, as I said bye to him, he was like, wait, what's your Instagram? Let me follow you or whatever. What? But like that wasn't like on some like industry type stuff. It wasn't.
It was on a human connection.
It wasn't like I showed him a headshot.
No. Here's my card.
Here's my card.
No, you didn't do any
It wasn't
of
because like it doesn't necessarily work like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta exist and make sure you're just delivering your best self.
I think about that. I'm a
you
fan of his. I like listen to his stuff.
Yeah.
And I always think these things, like, I wonder what his world's like in that, like, as far as, like the leeches or people, his DMs and all that.
Brendan and Brian tell me he can weed those motherfuckers out. He knows exactly.
Like, does he have to change his number every 3 months? And because it must be crazy for that dude.
Yeah.
Like, hi Joe, how you doing? Just happened to be here.
But going back to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe you to be a guy that's like,
no, I'm not.
Hey, let me be all up in the mix. Let me be over here. Let me be there. Because this is where the cool thing is happening. You're like, hey, what happens happens.
Yeah, not even like with the I started doing stand up as of recently, the last 2.5 weeks. Like that wasn't like a master plan or I'm gonna. It was just like the universe said, okay, this ain't working, and then it was showing me these other options. Like, hey, what about this? What about this? It was just things were just being presented to me. Like Griffin saying, hey, I'll let you do a guest spot at this, and then Brendan and you guys saying, you guys want to come here and do this, and then Jeremiah saying, hey, if you want. It started with Jeremiah because with Scissor Bros, we noticed that when he was on the road, like how you're back from Seattle, right? Mm-hmm. He would go up to some remote place, some city in Washington, and then he would tell me, hey, there's people asking for you, Scissor Bros. I'm like, what? And so it started then, and then he would keep saying that, and I'm like, really? And then I went to San Diego with him recently, just to be of service, like on the tip we were talking about. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go down, help sell his merch. I'll be the merch dude. So when he's on stage, I could set up his merch, come up with labels, different ways of how to market, like it was a thing, like, let's see if we could sell shirts of his or give out stickers. And so, but I noticed that I didn't do stand up that night. I was just chilling at the merch, helping sell merch. But then I noticed there was like openers, and then one of the comedians on the bill came up to me, and he was like, how come you didn't go up tonight? I'm like, huh? Because it didn't I didn't connect the two. But I'm like, oh, I don't know. But then I thought, I was thinking, well, that logically that makes sense, you know? 100%. If he's there and people want to see the Scissor Bros, why not go up there and try to do a little something? You know what I mean? Uh-huh. So it started there. The seed was planted, and I'm like, oh, all right, then I started writing stuff on little index cards at home, and I try to come up with things, and then to the point where I did the Ha Ha Club with you. I had a great time that weekend with you guys.
You seem like you really lean into what organically happens.
The difference between me and doing the open mics 7 years ago, because I would hit a mic every day. You pay your $5 at the coffee shop. You sign in. Mm-hmm. You sign in the sheet. You wait. Yeah. You look for any regular, people, audience, but there's none of them. And then you're the 18th open micer, and then you're trying to do your thing, and they're rolling their eyes like.
Yeah, because they're waiting to get their turn. Yeah.
Come on, let's wrap it up, buddy. Yeah. So this time around, it was the opposite. I'm like, oh, there's normal audience members. They're listening. And not only that, I realized this time around, I'm like, oh, like I'm more in the moment, and I acknowledge that they're there. I never did that before because during the open, I was so used to being ignored. Mm-hmm. I didn't even, when it came time with a real audience member, I wasn't accustomed. They could have been just wallpaper of audience members. I didn't make that connection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I did the Tempe Improv before the Cowboy Rap, I literally walked out there, looked on the ground, and I might have said something because I used to work there too. I used to work here, D. I used to be a food runner here. That was my I started off on a bed. No.
This is this recent time.
No, this was the 7 years ago.
Oh, the 7 years
ago.
Yeah,
when I bombed, and then I just looked at the ground. I didn't even acknowledge them as that they were there. So didn't mean to talk too much about it, but the main point being is, just that small change, be in the moment, recognize what's around you, just be in the moment, like try to make that connection, which I never did before.
Well, so there's a difference with performing on stage music wise than comedy. What like from your experience?
That's interesting, man. Like
what's the fucking
with music you could.
Plus, you're not up there by yourself.
With music, you could fuck up more. Like with music, because there's things in the background.
Yeah.
Let's say you fuck up on a verse or something. If you just keep going, they won't even notice. But with comedy, since it's silent and it's just you and it's silence in the mic, they'll notice.
Yeah.
Even if you have fluctuations on a word, they'll be like, oh.
Yeah, even if you fuck up a word, like you say a word wrong, and it kind of stomps a joke, but then you got to clear that awkwardness by saying, "How the fuck did I how the fuck did I fuck up that word?" Even if you say something that simple, people are like, "Yeah, man," like they're laughing to it, but like it's there's ways out of it, but it's not as easy as like with music. You can just keep going.
I have to admit, man, I think stand up is a little bit harder. Because it's you alone. You're like a lone gladiator.
Yeah.
And not only that, what I'm realizing, there's so many social, psychological things going on in the room, like the unknown X factors. Like, I noticed that when I did the thing and I was expecting something, they knew that.
Yeah.
They knew that I knew that they knew that I knew that, and they knew it. There's a lot going on. It's like a social experience.
I fucking love this dude.
Like they knew, they could see through your soul.
Yeah.
They know. It's almost kind of like, can they read my mind? Like, are they didn't know what I'm thinking?
No, you know what it is? I think like when you walk out on stage, people can sense like how confident you are in yourself. Just by the little things you do.
See what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
In music,
people get for the longest time, I used to come up, like with just kind of like a stone face or whatever. Yeah. But that was just me. Like it wasn't like upset, but I realized I was like, oh, people think I'm mad when I walk up here. So I was like, how about I just smile?
When did you realize that though?
Shit, I don't know if it was before. It was before I moved to LA.
But there was a time you realized that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, people think I'm upset.
Can I guess you watched your own footage or past sets and you're like, oh, I noticed I do that?
No, I didn't necessarily watch anything as much as I could just feel.
You felt, see, but that's a thing. Yeah, you felt that.
Yeah, I could feel it totally. And then also like there was other things like I noticed like, like it's just like I have to smile. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and it's not even like a bad thing. It's just like, I was like, I have a pretty warming smile. People like my smile.
That's
so it's
interesting.
Like,
you
so
said
I was
that.
like, smile before I walk on.
Right.
Because then it like opens the door like, oh, this, he walks on a good smile. Like it's warming.
It's the sunshine vibe.
Yes, the sunshine
opposed
vibe.
To like the, I don't know where this guy is coming from vibe.
Yeah.
You know what's weird?
I'm a bigger dude.
Yeah.
And
but, and that's even more warm. Like, oh, he's like a big, teddy bear.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I noticed that because I've watched a lot. Before even trying to do stand-up, I've watched so much stand-up in my life. Like, my favorite's Damon. Like, that. Damon's like, Wayans, Damon's like top 5 to me. Mm-hmm. People don't realize how. Seeing him live, dude, I almost peed in my pants. Like, he had a bit about, like, when you get older, like, he was noticing when he would pee, like, it would, like, drip like a broken faucet. Like, but he was, like, acting it out. And I don't know, for some reason, like, I thought, oh, my God, that's so, like, I was like.
Did you pee, literally?
No, it was so funny because the way he was acting, the way he was doing it, I'm like, oh, dude, this guy is so funny.
Dude, there's 2 comics that have ever made me, like.
Damon's the man.
Cry. And like feel something like physically, like make me physically do something based off of how funny they were. 2 comics.
Go ahead.
You ready?
Yeah.
1, your brother. Your brother. Listen, he
timestamp.
It timestamped that. He was the first person.
No, he's good at what he does.
He was the first person to ever make me cramp up like in my stomach from laughing.
Yeah.
So fucking hard. First person. It was. I remember it was Comedy Store. It was at the Comedy Store in 2000. 2011 at the Comedy Store. My first time ever seeing him live, and I came down to LA with two friends, and it was, 2011, saw him live. 2012. 2012 was when that happened. Second comic, Eric Griffin.
All right, we need to edit both those things out of the whole goddamn thing. No.
That's why I had to say.
What's his name again? What's the homie's name? Casey. Timestamp that for sure. No, we're cutting this 5 minutes completely out of this cast.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
Eric Griffin.
You heard it first at Chappelle's World, and that's a direct request from Steebee Weebee as your friend. Holy moly guacamole.
Eric Griffin made
Absolutely
me
not.
He made me cry.
No.
Tears. I swear
Casey,
to God.
No.
To God.
We're not having it, brother. We're not having it. No.
How do you remember what he did? He did this act out of someone going on a blind date, and they were dating, and the girl was in a wheelchair. And
No, he had some fun. No, you know what? I got to
He acted out
No,
this
he had
wheelchair,
he had some
and it was
good
like
bits.
an electronic wheelchair. He
Dude.
was like, zzz, it was, and I was like literally
Dude,
crying so
he had
hard.
some clever bits. Or the
fucking-
dating app where, why don't you just do an app where you see the whole body and then he does
I think that's the same bit.
Yeah. No, they're fun. You know what? They're really good.
Really good.
But going back to the smiling thing,
Yeah.
I noticed, that's what my brother does before every set.
Yeah.
When they, when the comic, hey, you know him from Mad TV, please welcome the funny Bobby Lee. When he walks on, you notice what he does. He's either clapping or, he's already setting a good precedence, you know, like with his vibe. Every show, like next time you see a set, like watch.
Oh, yeah.
He never goes up there with something where you're questioning his vibration.
You're right. He does. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then
he goes up with good energy.
Yeah, like it's kind of like you're starting off the starting blocks in a race.
Even comics that aren't like physical still come up with like energy.
Yeah.
You know,
no, they're funny. Oh, can I tell you? I didn't mean to cut you off, but I have a nightmare Damon Wayans story too. Something that happened to me. To me, it was.
Okay.
So I'm at. Do you remember Marty's?
Who hurt you?
No, it was at Marty's.
Just
It was at Marty's. Marty's was like a comedy clubhouse. You'd pay him $5 to perform. It was a pay to play.
Yeah.
It was like a workshop.
Yeah.
It was near that
Marty's,
laundromat.
it was
by Mama's Pizzeria and the laundromat and the pet store.
Right on Sunset and fucking next to that Rouse, maybe?
Yeah. So I'm on stage. The only audience member is Marty.
Yeah.
Bald Marty, and he's ignoring me. He's playing his keyboard. Then he sat down and he's just looking at a clipboard.
Yeah.
And I'm in the middle of my cowboy rap. $40 meter, $40, 40. I'm doing it, and then guess who walks in?
Who?
Damon Wayans.
Really?
Damon Wayans walks in, and so I'm doing my thing. $40 meter, $40 meter, 40, and then I look up, and I go. I already like. I realized, that's Damon Wayans. And I start sweating. I started kind of slurring my words. And I was so embarrassed.
Wow.
Yeah, real shit. So what are the chances? Of shit, like a open mic, random open mic where no one's there, just Marty, who just is there to take my $5 and is ignoring my act. What are the chances that your
Damon
favorite
Wayans
fucking comedian walks in the room?
Those are good chances.
No. So I was literally, I don't even know if I got through it. And because I'm thinking, is he
Actually, for Damon Wayans to walk into Marty's?
To Marty's, dude.
Of all places?
To Marty's.
Yeah.
Marty's is like this side street. It was a clubhouse. All the open micers.
Yeah, you have to like kind of know because it's kind of hidden.
Yeah, it was hidden. Not only that, it's the open mic where after the open micers do their mics, let's just go to Marty's. We'll smoke a joint.
Where you close out the night.
Yeah, we'll drink a 40 in the patio.
Yeah.
And maybe do 3 minutes of like some material they want to experiment with. So I just remember, so I'm thinking, is Damon watching me or listening?
No.
They were literally having a business meeting. All right, Casey, timestamp that. Casey, no, seriously. I just caught myself. Casey.
I fucking love it.
Because he's a bright dude.
I love it. I love it.
He's a bright guy.
Dude, Steebee. All right. So
I could go another hour with you.
I know.
Anytime you need me, I'll show up. Oh, I love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
So
was that pretty good? I mean, there was a variety of different stories. Like,
I mean, you got so many fucking.
We didn't even go back to the Arizona. I have a lot of Arizona stories.
We can do a part 2.
Me and Bobby on Van Buren going to random club, like. Yeah.
On Grand Ave?
We got a bunch of
Clubs?
stories. Yeah, I got a bunch of stories, man. We'll do it part 2.
We'll do part 2. We're doing a part 2.
And
I'm serious.
The same with you too. Part 2.
We'll do a part.
Part 2s. Part 2s.
Yes.
Because I wanted to at least
there's so much more.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
All right.
We're gonna get it though.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna create a.
That was like 8 dap.
I know.
There was 8.
We'll dap up the whole fucking show.
I appreciate you, man.
So all right, we gotta create a playlist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh, I got one. Modest Mouse, Cowboy Dan, for sure. All day, every day. Cowboy Dan, Modest Mouse.
I'll go Modest Mouse, Convenient Parking.
Oh, same album.
Mm-hmm.
Can I throw a curveball at you?
Throw it.
There's this song. I mean, I've always loved Sade, but this is a song that they should play at every wedding. Sade, By Your Side.
My boy has. I don't know if I showed you my boy Sade tattoo. You got it right here. It's
dude, that's an
beautiful.
artist. Yeah, Sade. S-A-D-E, By Your Side. Beautiful song.
Damn, let's see what fucking.
You might shed a tear listening to it. I got a few other. Hold up. This is fun. This is fun for me. Hold up.
I know.
A few more. It's your turn, Ron.
Let's do accordion, Matt Villainy.
Oh.
I know.
Okay, since you did that, I'm gonna try.
Accordion. Oh no. The song is accordion, but it's by it's MF Doom and Madlib.
Yeah,
Madlib.
I like what
Mad Villainy.
Mad Villain.
Mad Villainy.
MF Doom. You could do yeah.
Or just do MF
That's
Doom.
close enough. Yeah,
that's fine.
My next, I'm gonna try to match you on this one.
Yeah.
The Far Side, Pork. Pork. Okay. And then
Okay. Let's do. Since we're going all over the place.
Yeah. Just go all over the map.
I'll do a fucking Beastie song.
Oh, please do.
Let's do Hey Ladies.
Ooh.
Beastie Boys, Hey Ladies.
Okay.
Hey Ladies.
Oh, that's.
Oh,
dude, Paul's Boutique.
Yeah.
Just give me a sec. Okay, Pinback. Do you have this? Come on, give me the. Hold up, Pinback.
Yeah.
LYON. Yes.
I'll do Pixies.
Oh.
I'll do Pixies Wave of Mutilation.
Wait, hold on. That's a great dude. That's a great song. But which version? There's a slower UK version.
I like the faster version.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm gonna say ooh. Built to Spill.
Ooh.
Wait, hold up, man. Built to Spill. Time Trap.
Damn.
Yeah, I love that song.
Can we do 2 Built to Spill?
Yeah,
songs?
go ahead. Time Trap.
I'll do Built to Spill, Carry the Zero.
That's a good one too. That's a good one too. Yeah, that's a great album.
Ooh.
Wait, hold up. It's my turn.
No, you go ahead. Okay. Because I got one that I'm excited to do.
The Boogie Monsters. Hold up. What's the name of the song? Hold up. The positive thresholds. The positive thresholds of negative stress. I know that's a bit wordy. Boogie Monsters. They're from VA, I think. They're from Virginia. They were like the far side of like the East Coast, like Virginia. People don't know about them.
I'll do. So I have two more that I'll do, and then I'll top off mine. So the last two I'll do Beck.
Damn it.
And we'll go with minus. And then my last one, and then Steebee, you do two more.
Okay.
I'll do Arrested Development, Tennessee.
Damn.
Take me to another.
I do, dude. I grew up with that. That was like 92, 91, 92, 93, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Hold up.
So those are my last two.
Hold up.
So good.
Oh, I know. Track listing. Yeah, it's called Recognize Thresholds of Negative Stress. Sorry. Recognize Thresholds of Negative Stress. Boogie Monsters. Ooh. Hold up. I would say maybe
This is a good playlist.
New Order Blue Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, New Order Blue Monday. Is that the name of the song? I think it is. Or you know what? You could throw Bizarre Love Triangle in there because as far as like the sentimental, like kind of like, like, the puppy love crush type thing with because I was like middle school, high school. Bizarre Love Triangle, Blue Monday, yeah. This is a pretty damn good.
This is a damn good playlist. Damn good playlist. Wait, what shirt you got on?
Oh, Willie Nelson.
Okay, I have on a Smith shirt, and you have on a Willie Nelson shirt. So you do. I'll do a Smiths one, and you do a Willie Nelson, and that's we'll close it out. So I'll do the Smiths. William, it was really nothing. William. And then what? You can go whatever you want to go with Willie Nelson.
Like for a road trip or something, like maybe on the road again. I mean,
throw it on there. There it is. Steebee, fucking Weebee.
Can I take a look at it?
Yeah, take a look at it. So for everyone, this playlist will be posted.
Sorry for looking at my phone.
No, you're good.
Jeremiah texted me.
No, you're good. You're good. This playlist will be posted in the description of this episode. Okay, so
is that one of your top 10 beyond? Is that a solid playlist?
That's a solid playlist. This is probably one of my favorite playlists I think I've made. So this is a good playlist.
No, for real.
No, I'm for real.
Casey, is he telling the truth?
I wouldn't lie about it. No,
you would not lie. You would not lie about a playlist.
Like literally, I'm gonna skate to this.
I mean, this is a feel good thing.
Yeah.
Right?
There's so many things I could do with that. I could journal to this playlist, skate to it.
Do your fans listen to it and go, "Hey, I like your playlist"?
Yeah.
Oh.
They better.
Okay.
So all the playlists are in the description of the episodes.
Dude,
okay?
that's a great idea.
Spotify, and then also follow my playlist Spotify. I think it's just Shapel Lacey. What else I got? I got more new merch up. By the time it's out, I think I'll already be done with San Jose Improv. But But go to the shop now. So my brand Love Is Tight. I got new merch up for Love Is Tight.
Damn.
Scroll down.
Oh, look at that tie-dye, baby.
Refresh.
I like that, dude. I like that font.
Go up, Casey. Wait, why is it not showing now? Well, anyways, if you go on it, I don't know why it's not showing on here, but I do have new Love Is Tight merch that has dropped. You can get that at ChapelLacey.com. And then also when you subscribe to this fucking channel, make sure you turn on that damn, what do they call it, Casey? The notification. Okay, turn on the notification so you know when the episodes pop up. Continue to love and support. Check out Steebee Weebee, his individual podcast, the Steebee Weebee Show.
Yeah. Oh, and then YouTube.
Let them know.
YouTube.com/Scissor Bros.
Scissor Bros. They're hilarious. They do the craziest shit.
Instagram/QUANGOU. Oh, yeah, QUANGOU. All my music's at SteebieWeebieBandcamp.com. And then me and Jeremiah have, we're going to Pennsylvania, Jefferson, Pennsylvania, January 8th.
There you go.
to do a live podcast event.
Go see these dudes.
Yeah,
him and Jeremiah
it'll be fun.
are great together.
It'll be funny.
They have fun. Yeah, they have fun together. You know, they put out a lot of funny. Support these dudes. And Steebee Weebee, I'll see you for round 2.
Part 2.
Part 2. Boom.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
Thanks for having me.